Europe is home to over 750 million people. With more than 800 theme parks for them to choose from, Europeans have a variety of options when it comes to thrill-seeking. Many of these parks feature a huge collection of rides and roller coasters, unique from country to country. In fact, Europe is home to some of the world's oldest continuously operating theme parks, many of which opened over 100 years ago. In the years since, hundreds of new parks have opened to the public, each one offering new attractions, expanding in size, and attracting an ever-increasing number of guests. But which are the top 10 most popular theme parks in Europe today? Let's find out. Number 10. Parc Astérix in Pays, France. Located just a 45-minute drive outside of Paris, Parc Astérix attracts over 2.3 million visitors each year. Owned and operated by Compagnie des Alpes, the park opened in 1989 and is based on the comic book series Asterix. This series is set in the Roman Empire during the reign of Julius Caesar and follows the adventures of two Gaulish warriors, Asterix and Obelix. The park's attractions and theming is inspired by the series and features rides such as Osiris. Osiris is the park's flagship roller coaster and is named after Iris, an Egyptian magician from the French comic. Despite being located near Disneyland Paris, Parc Astérix is very popular. It has grown drastically in both size and scale over the past decade by offering a different experience and a unique collection of roughly 40 rides, including 7 roller coasters. Number 9. Legoland Windsor in Windsor, United Kingdom. Attracting just over 2.4 million visitors annually, Legoland Windsor is the most popular Legoland park in Europe, even more popular than the original one in Lego's hometown of Billund, Denmark. As its name suggests, this family theme park and resort is themed around the Lego toy. The park is scattered with Lego-themed rides, Lego models, and even Lego building workshops. Guests can even visit Miniland, a miniature world depicting towns and cities from around the globe, or they can experience the Dragon, the most thrilling roller coaster ride in all the kingdom. Since its debut in 1966, Legoland Windsor has expanded rapidly. The park is now home to over 55 different attractions, including 3 roller coasters, one of which, the Duplo Dino Coaster, opened at the start of the 2020 season. Owned by Merlin Entertainments, the park is also part of a resort which features 2 on-site hotels. This, as well as its location just an hour outside of London within easy reach of the capital, has helped Legoland Windsor to become the UK's most popular theme park. Number 8. Gardaland in Castelnuovo del Garda, Italy. Located at the edge of Lake Garda, the largest lake in Italy, Gardaland attracts 2.9 million visitors each year and is Italy's most popular theme park. Also owned by Merlin Entertainments, the park opened its doors in 1975, over 45 years ago. Included in the park's collection of over 35 different rides are 7 roller coasters, of which Raptor, a wing coaster, and Oblivion the Black Hole, a dive coaster, are the most impressive. Gardaland is also home to a unique variety of themed areas, including Peppa Pig Land and the Kung Fu Panda Academy. On top of this, visitors can stay in one of the park's on-site hotels or visit the Sea Life Aquarium located next to the park. The resort will also expand further in 2021 with the debut of Europe's first Legoland water park. Number 7. Liseberg in Gothenburg, Sweden. Situated in the centre of Gothenburg, Liseberg attracts nearly 3 million guests annually. Owned and operated by a company created by the city, the park began its life as the Gothenburg Exposition, a World's Fair held in the city to celebrate the 300th anniversary of its founding. Though the fair was in 1923, the theme park never left. Since then, Liseberg has continued to evolve, often removing older attractions and replacing them with more modern equivalents. Today, the park is home to over 35 different attractions, including 6 roller coasters. Helix, Liseberg's multi-launch coaster, navigates across the park's natural hillside and is widely acclaimed to be one of Europe's best roller coasters. As it's conveniently located in the city, Liseberg's cheap entrance ticket also allows them to host regular concerts on their permanent stage. International stars such as the Rolling Stones, Bob Marley, and Led Zeppelin have performed there. Number 6. PortAventura in Salou, Spain. Attracting close to 3.8 million visitors each year, PortAventura is located roughly 2 hours outside of Barcelona. Having opened in 1995, the park is one of the youngest on the list. It originally debuted as a joint venture between multiple companies that owned other existing theme parks. In fact, PortAventura has had multiple owners during its brief existence and was even partially owned by Universal between 1998 and 2004. Despite this, the park has expanded quickly over the past 2 decades. The entire resort, known as PortAventura World, is now home to multiple hotels, a water park and 2 distinct theme parks, including the relatively new Ferrari Land. PortAventura Park itself still remains the original and most popular of the 2, home to over 35 different attractions. These are spread across the park's 5 regions of the world: Mediterranean, Far West, Mexico, China and Polynesia, and their family-themed section, Sesamo Adventura. For thrill seekers, PortAventura features 7 roller coasters, including Furious Baco, a launched wing coaster, and Shambhala, a 76-meter, 249-foot tall hypercoaster. Number 5. Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen, Denmark. Located in the heart of Copenhagen, Tivoli Gardens attracts nearly 4.6 million guests annually. The park opened over 170 years ago in 1843, making it the second oldest operating amusement park in the world. Naturally, the park has changed and evolved over its long history. In fact, in 1844, Georg Carstensen, the park's founder, said, "Tivoli will never, so to speak, be finished," a sentiment which was echoed just over a century later when Walt Disney said of his own Tivoli-inspired theme park, "Disneyland will never be completed, it will continue to grow as long as there is imagination left in the world." Tivoli Gardens, which is owned and operated by Tivoli AS, is currently home to 25 attractions, including 4 roller coasters, one of which is Rutschbahnen, a classic wooden roller coaster built in 1914. It remains one of the world's oldest operating roller coasters and features a manual brake operated by a brakeman who controls the speed of the ride. Though, the park is home to much more than just rides. Guests can experience a multitude of gardens, a concert hall, a theatre, and much more in just a single visit. Number 4. Walt Disney Studios Park at Disneyland Paris in Marne-la-Vallée, France. Attracting just over 5.2 million visitors each year, Walt Disney Studios Park is the second of 2 theme parks at the Disneyland Paris resort. Built and operated by the Walt Disney Company, the park opened in 2002 and is the newest on the list. It's dedicated to show business and themed to movies, production and behind the scenes. The park's 4 areas, front lot, Toon Studio, production courtyard and backlot, each cover a different aspect of the movie experience. Arguably, Walt Disney Studios' flagship attraction is the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, a drop tower dark ride found at many other Walt Disney theme park resorts. Currently, the park is home to roughly 10 different attractions, including 3 roller coasters. Though, this is all set to change in the future as there are big plans for multiple new additions as part of a €2 billion expansion. Over the next 5 years, the park will see the debut of the Avengers Campus, a Marvel Avengers themed area, Arendelle World of Frozen, a section themed to the animated film Frozen, and Star Wars Land, an immersive landscape putting guests inside the Star Wars universe. Number 3. The Efteling in Kaatsheuvel, Netherlands. Located less than an hour outside of Rotterdam, the Efteling attracts nearly 5.3 million visitors annually. The park began its life in 1952 when the Fairy Tale Forest, a series of life-size dioramas depicting various fairy tales, opened to the public. Since then, the park has expanded in a multitude of directions. The Efteling is a resort home to a theme park, a 4-star hotel, a golf course, a theatre, and other accommodation. Owned by the non-profit Efteling Nature Park Foundation, most of the company's profits are reinvested back into the theme park. Because of this, it's now home to over 35 different attractions, including 6 roller coasters. All of these are built to a high standard of quality, with particular attention given to a ride's theme and storyline. The Efteling is also known for its unique setting amongst a pine forest, which offers large ponds, gardens, and an abundance of green space. Despite the Dutch climate, the park is now open year-round, offering thrills no matter the season. Number 2. Europa Park in Rust, Germany. Attracting nearly 5.8 million visitors each year, Europa Park is Germany's largest and most popular theme park. Located in Rust, a 2-hour drive from Stuttgart, the park began its life in 1975 as a show floor for rides built by the amusement manufacturer Mack Rides. Mack wanted to open a theme park near their factory as a way to sell new products and test out ride ideas. Since its debut, the park has expanded rapidly, featuring over 70 unique attractions, including 13 different roller coasters. Naturally, many of these were built by Mack Rides themselves, including Bluefire, the company's first launched roller coaster. As its name suggests, Europa Park is themed to a variety of European countries, featuring distinct areas such as Iceland, Russia, Portugal, and many more. The park recently expanded with the opening of Rulantica, a dedicated water park home to over 25 different attractions, including 17 slides. The theme park itself, however, is the main star of the resort, being voted as the world's best amusement park by the Golden Ticket Awards since 2014. And finally, at number 1, Disneyland Park at Disneyland Paris in Marne-la-Vallée, France. The main Disneyland Park at the Disneyland Paris Resort attracts over 9.7 million guests annually, nearly twice that of the resort's second park. Built by the Walt Disney Company in 1992, it was directly inspired by the original Disneyland Park in Anaheim, USA. It features 5 distinct themed areas, including Main Street USA, Frontierland, Adventureland, Fantasyland, and Discoveryland, all of which surround the park's iconic feature, the Sleeping Beauty Castle. Originally known as Euro Disney, the park has seen several large additions since its debut, including what is now Hyperspace Mountain, a take on the classic Space Mountain rides found at other Disney theme parks. However, Disneyland Paris has had a rocky history. The park initially failed to meet financial expectations upon opening, and more recently has seen a decline in attendance compared to a decade ago. Despite all this, like most Disney resorts, the park is highly detailed, features a range of Disney characters and fairy tales, and puts guests right in the magic. Visitors can experience shows and parades on top of the park's 40 attractions and 4 roller coasters, both day and night. Europe now offers a diverse range of theme parks, some of which date back over hundreds of years. Every year, new rides and roller coasters are built, expanding and improving the parks. Today, each theme park gives its guests a distinctive experience and delivers a unique day out. How many of these top 10 theme parks have you been to? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time.